I found out about my mom. I found out things that I shouldn't know. I found out things that my brothers and sisters don't know. But it answered all the questions of my life about my mom. I found out why she got in trouble, why she lived in Louisville instead of Nashville, and why she had all of her friends. We never see her family. I didn't know. And I found out what happened to her when she was a teenager, and it was horrible. And I can't imagine how horrible it was. And so in the mid-time, first of all, when I first become a Christian, I go back and tell my mom, "You're going to hell," and that's not a good way to do it. And so, but I was trying to help. I was being honest.
I was trying to help.
I go, "I'm going to hell. We're all going to hell. We got to figure."
We're all going to hell, especially you.
You're the worst. But so she hated me even more. Got my brothers and sisters all hate me and everything for a while. So then I found out this secret. So I go back and now I go, I know about your secret. I know the worst day of your life, and I would never judge you by that. And tried again. But all she heard was, I know your secret. And she didn't want nobody to know her secret. And she couldn't get over that. And that year I was coming home for Christmas. I came, my mom punished me more than once with Christmas by Santa didn't bring me no gifts or anything. She said, Santa doesn't like you. No, you were bad, and I was bad and all that, but she said, he ain't bringing you nothing. And watch 5 brothers and sisters open up gifts and you get nothing. It's tough as a kid. And I came home once and tried to be right with her at Christmas, and she gave Nate a pair of socks, and she gave all my other sisters and them kids like Nintendo games and Atari game at that time and all this beautiful stuff, and he got a pair of socks. And I went, you're not doing this to him, what you did to me. I'm not going to allow this to happen. So I went 12 years without ever talking to her.
Wow.
So then I find out this secret, and I go, I know your secret. I'm not going to judge you. She hears, I know your secret. That's it. So now she tells my other sisters, any event we have, if he comes, I won't come. Because she's so afraid I'm going to tell. And I don't blame her, but, I don't, so, all right. So I go the rest of my life. I tried to visit her when she ended up in the nursing home. And I would try to visit her. She'd always make an excuse for me to leave. 5 minutes. She'd always say, I have to go to the bathroom. And she'd stay in there until I left. So
wow.
I just, all right, fine. So at the end, she got COVID. In the nursing home, they put her downstairs where all the COVID people were because she got injured, and she catches it. My sister called, said, so I had the same moment you had with your dad. She goes, my sister says, and she's a believer, and she said, you got to go talk to Mom. She's not going to live a couple more days. And she said, God told me that you have to do that. And I said, tell God to call me.
Okay.
And
He has my phone number.
He can put it in anything. I'll listen. But, of course, I couldn't let it go. So I go up. I didn't have no way of getting in the hospital. So I said, go early. That's when they let people in. So I got first in line. There's a big line behind me of people that are allowed in. You had to be on a clipboard. And they put one of those young guys in there, don't know what to do and don't really care. But I get up there and I go, Bargatze, and he goes, how do you spell it? And I go, just like it sounds. Smart. And he panics, he's looking everywhere, and the people are saying, come on, man. So he goes, just go. Yeah. On the way up, I go, this is it. She gets to tell me she's sorry. She gets to apologize for everything she did. And I thought, how great that I'm going to get to hear. She should have known my kids, and she should have been there, and she should know, I have an awesome family. She doesn't even know them. Never seen Nate do anything or nothing, and Nate was already doing okay. And he had a Comedy Central special. He had been on Fallon. She never took the time to even look at anything. So I get up there, and I walk in. She's all hooked up to the machines, and she can't talk or anything like that. And she looked at me, and I knew right away. I went, she's never going to say she's sorry. And I realized that wasn't why I was there. And I had to tell her I was sorry. And when you learn what mercy is, grace is easy to accept. mercy's hard to give. I had to forgive her without her asking for it. She would never have been able to ask me to forgive her. She didn't have that in her. But I had to say, hey, I'm sorry. I wasn't a better son. I'm sorry. I stole a car when they beat me up that time. She didn't make me steal cars. I did stupid stuff. I didn't do work in school. I said, I'm sorry that I made your life worse than it was, that you had a heck of a time trying to be a mom as a young kid, and I made it worse. And I said, I'm sorry you didn't know my kids, and I should have made you know my kids. And I'm sorry we didn't know each other and stuff, and I didn't know how to love you, and I didn't know how to talk to you. And I said, but if you just pray with me and pray, God can forgive everything that is, and you can be in heaven. And when I get in heaven, we have all eternity to get to know each other. And I believe so I was able to get that moment that you had with your dad. I had to realize it wasn't coming. It may come later, but it'll have to be in heaven. And so, but it gave me. That's all I needed, I just needed to know I can accept and give her mercy.
I'm wondering, was this a gift for her or a gift for you? It was a gift for both of you? Like, in that moment, like, as soon as you said, I get to hear her say, I'm sorry, I already knew, no, you don't. She will never.
Yeah.
And I felt the hurt for you because I've felt that hurt.
Right.
And I said, oh, my God. But then when you saw her, I think, is that when God said, this is why you're here?
Right.
And
exactly.
It's not like you were preparing words all the way up, and it's just, boom, son. This is
right.
Oh my
right.
God. What a gift for both of you.
Yeah, and I needed it. So again, I want to say I felt like it was for me, but I hope it's for her, and she really was honest, and I hope that I
definitely feel like it was your gift, but
it was mine.
She gets to have some of the overflow of it.
I understand. Bless her heart.
When did she pass after that?
The next day.
Wow.
Yeah. She died the late night. My sister got to go and have a similar talk to her too. She was the meanest to me and my sister. The one right below me. She was mean to all of them in a way, but the hardest on her.
Yeah.
And,
after you softened her up a little bit, you did like the pickle jar. You loosened it up. Okay.
And the funny thing, so then didn't have a ton of friends or anything like people like that because she lived isolated on purpose. But they asked me to speak at the funeral.
Wow.
And I just remember thinking, I'm the last person. That would have been real for her. She's going to be rolling around in that grave going, anybody with him. But I opened with the greatest joke ever because it was they buried on November the 20th, 2020, and it was my anniversary, our anniversary. So I get up there, and the first thing I go, I look around, I go, I'm sorry, my wife is here, and this is our anniversary, and everything's great. Honey, I didn't have time to plan anything for us today or to get you anything, but I think there's a real good chance you're going to get some flowers when this is over. Isn't that great? But I also was able to share with my brother and sisters a little about mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was your closer, I know your secret.
That would have been. I left my call back. Now you're going to make me feel guilty. Let's do the funeral over.
And on that, things we wish we would have said.